Yeah, sure. Well, I'm sitting here at my tiki bar, but I ain't seen the sun all day. There's a storm out there, but I don't care. Yeah, I've got Mike's weather page. Here we go now. Okay. Mike's weather page. You know you were tracking every move it makes. You know it's Mike's weather page. You know you won't let us all get blown away. Is it just me or is there spinach over here? There's spaghetti models and empty rum bottles, and sometimes Louis says hi. Hey, Louis. But you don't get no hurries and don't have no worries, cause we're drunk donkey nationwide. Everybody now. Mike's weather page. You know he'll be tracking every move that makes. You know it's Mike's weather page. You know he won't let us all get blown away. Did I ever tell you the story of the drunk donkey? Once upon a time, there was this weather woman. You can come as a pilot, or stay kind of quiet, but you know you love watching Mike's page. So put your cone head shirt on, watch it live on your phone, and drink drunk donkey beer all day. Here we go now. Mike's weather page. You know you'll be tracking every move that makes. You know it's Mike's weather page. You know you won't let us all get blown away. Is that Blobby Bobby? I think that's Juicy Jerry. Yeah, Mike, throw a party, man.
All right, good morning, everybody. What is going on? My one-eye Chevrolet. Looking at you right there. One-eye Willie. Was One-Eye Willie part of the Goonies? What movie was that from? I can't remember. You know how many country songs there are with Silverado in it? A lot. Silverado, my storm chaser. I got two new lights. A couple of the driving lights have slowly burned out one by one. So today I'm putting those in. Put it on my dirty shirt, and then hopefully start mounting up Starlink to the backside. I got my mount in the mail. Mountain mail. Good morning, Shelly Ross. Shelly Ross, our admin on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast of Florida. Good to see everybody. It's Oldsmar. It's the first day of May. Officially 1 month until hurricane season. If there is such a thing as a season. But there is a season. June 1st to November 30th. Hurricane season. 6 months of the year. Oh, I got to show dog. Dog. Morgan drives a Chevy. Shelly, one of our parents is a big dog at Starlink. Well, how about that, Shelly? Oh, buddy. Hunter doing good. What's up, Mike? Or Sean from Massachusetts. Lisa Reed, what's up? Good morning there, Loretta Reed. Good morning, Carol from Rhode Island. Lori Coleman, good morning, Orange Park. Will Parker, Renee, what's up? James, softball, big night for Palm Harbor last night, James. We won our district semifinals. Emily was 4 for 5. Emily hit a home run over the fence, her 4th home run of the year. She was on fire, man. And her 5th at bat was to right field. Somehow the right fielder threw her out. The punishment of hitting the ball too hard was it got to right field so fast that she had time to throw Emily out going to first. I'm like, Emily, don't hit the ball so hard. Glenn, what's up from Port St. Lucie? Lisa, what's up? Seminole Heights, going on? Chris from Perdido Key. That kid, what's up? Orange Park, Richard Reamer, Hunter. Richard says hello. Susan, what's up? It is May Day. First day of May. How about that? Scott, I know everybody says we look alike. Actually, Hunter and I look, or Louie, I think we look more alike. Let's see here. Let's do the look. Ready? All right, so our Daily Brew is a place that we meet every day, Monday through Friday, when the season gets going. We talk tropics, we talk weather, we talk dogs, softball, whatever else we decide to talk about. But when the tropics get heated, hopefully I'm a go-to source. Trust and consistency are my two key words. Trust, consistency without adjectives. That's my marketing business plan. So hopefully, of all the people out there, you have a lot of sources, and hopefully I'm one of them. There's a lot of hype out there, and that's something I try not to do. We have a lot of great supporters, one being ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. They've been sponsoring our Daily Brew now for 5 years. So if you live in Florida, please support ABC. Awesome family-owned and operated company since 1930s. Same age as my dad. Hard to believe. Dad's still doing good. Big thanks to them. Want to do another shout out here on our YouTube channel. Direct remodels. Since we are in hurricane season and you're looking for hurricane windows, they are one of the best, if not the best. Read their front page and all the testimonials and all their history, and they're giving 40% off. They don't give that to anybody else but MWP fans. So if you live in the I-4 corridor, middle part of the state of Florida, and you want hurricane windows, give them a call. You cannot beat 40% off, that's for sure. So let's see, what do I got to show here? Let's talk about last night first. Last night, we let the liquor down. This was when I went to bed last night. This was the big discussion all night. There was apparently one of the biggest tornadoes in years. Luckily, it was in open fields. No, the town of Chattanooga and Loveland right there, but it was kind of like nobody luckily got hit by it. They don't know how big it was, but they do know that it rotated opposite normal tornadoes. Went west, went south, but it had a signature of a possible EF5. They don't know. But anyway, there was a lot of chit-chat on that on X, man. A massive tornado, almost looked like a hurricane over land. It didn't last too long, but luckily it didn't hit anybody. I don't think it did. But that, in case you heard about some massive end-of-the-world tornado, it was pretty big last night. That was what everybody was talking about, in the middle of nowhere, hopefully. Here's what everybody woke up to this morning. We had fog from the upper Gulf Coast, New Orleans, Florida, north all the way to PA. Muggy air is in the air. You probably still have fog. Any of y'all got fog right now? I don't know. Do you have fog? There you go. That's what we woke up to. Let's see what else we can talk about. Heat coming. Let's talk about that. This is a long-range map. Anticyclonic. Yes, there's two of them, they think, with a handoff. They don't know what was going on. It was like 2-in-1, Morgan. And the radar signature was something like nobody's ever seen. Oh, God, I need some coffee. All right, we'll put Hunter down. Why does he tilt his head? Remember that scene in Forrest Gump when little Forrest tilted his head? We can do that together, right? Where they... Oh, I love this little guy. 4 years old now. All right, we'll say goodbye. Let's talk weather. He is the man. Say bye-bye, everybody. Yay. All right. I got some random windows. We're just going to talk weather. Lydia, what's up there, Lydia? I think you're local, right? What's up, Chris Hargis? Hey, Palm Harbor. I know you missed Oldsmar, Chris Hargis. So here's my schedule. Got a lot of stuff. I think I got something every single day. There is a cool thing tonight in the Oldsmar Library. It's a history of Oldsmar if you live local. doing some function with Dunedin next Thursday, 5/9. But the Palm Harbor Expo is 5/11. Next week, Saturday, they're giving away not one, but 2 Furman generators. 2 Furman generators will be given away at Palm Harbor for the Hurricane Expo, May 11th. Can't beat that. 5/10, I think I'm going over to see the Hurricane Hunters in Sanford. And then next 5/13, I'm doing a big teams meeting with the United Way. And then I'm heading to the GHC for the Governor's Hurricane Conference. 2 weeks of Governor's Hurricane Conference. So Tuesday, Wednesday, check us out. We'll be under the Furman tent. Biggest hurricane conference in the world will be happening in West Palm Beach. The Dunedin Hurricane Expo is on Tuesday, May 21st. So we got a couple of those coming up. So a lot going on, Chris. So, hey, Mark. Hey, thanks, Mark, for messaging me. I do have your email, as a matter of fact. I have an admin that answers my emails because we get a lot of emails. I just look at. Just so you know, I'm not BSing you. I was gonna email you as soon as my live was over because I just saw it. I get so many dang emails. Look. Here we go. Just so you know, he sent it, and there it is. All right, look. Well, that's something else. Hold on. I got 5 things going on here. Anyway, I was definitely going to email you. I can't show you my emails anyways, but what else am I looking at here? I was going to show you something else. Google thing. What the hell? Where the hell? Oh, I printed it. Anyway. Let's see here. Jonathan. Oh, here it is. God, I got like 10. There it is. All right. God, I got so many emails. So, Charles, right? Is it Charles? Charles Runnels, right? Tell him I'm going to email him as soon as we get done with our live. Promise you. Fort Myers, Naples Daily News. There we go. Crazy, man. It's incredible. All right. So we'll be reaching out. Yep. Coneheads, what's up, Vicky Hill? All right, so this is some weather, random stuff. We're going to keep saying hello to everybody. I better turn down the music. Jason Strong, how's Texas going? So heat. All right, well, we're in the summertime pattern. Yes, May is when things start getting warmer and warmer, but this is not a good image. I shared it yesterday. It's an experimental graphic from NOAA, but hey, they're pretty darn good. 5/8 to 5/10, 5/8 to 5/11. Excessive heat. Moderate. Moderate means more than average likely, and that is the whole southeast here. Louisiana down into Florida, Carolina, Georgia. Obviously, those in between. So, big heat coming next week. The sign of a weather pattern changes. The fronts are now disappearing. High pressure is building in the Atlantic. The high pressure is what brings us heat. It warms the waters and ultimately could steer tropics westward and create a little bit of drought as we saw last year. But anyway, big heat's coming. Blah, 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 yucky. All right, here's a little graphic I shared this morning too. This was rain. So, as you know, if you follow me, we've been talking a lot about not showing the 0% chances of rains anymore because over the weekend, over the last few days, we've been getting Atlantic rains coming across, and they are always fueled by the warm and moist. Everybody say it together. Moist. Winds here across the Gulf Stream and bring in sneaky little rains, and they always end up surprising everybody. So the last few days we've had them, and I look at this morning, we had a couple inches of rain in the Miami area, in Fort Lauderdale area. A couple spots got a couple inches of rain. What is this? Hold on a second. Tomorrow? What do we mean tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Maybe the game's tomorrow. I don't know. So, there you go. Heavy rains, South Florida, since this morning. This was rainfall since midnight. So they actually got a lot of rain. So there's that. Hey, by the way, if anybody live in middle Orlando, Eric Burris has a coffee talk in the mornings every day. So Friday, I'm going to be on Coffee Talk. Friday, 8 a.m. So any Eric Burris fans, West News, I'll be with him 8 a.m. Friday talking hurricanes. Funny story. Chad, I think Wednesdays, I don't know. I'm just going Tuesday, Wednesday. I got to get home Wednesday night. I don't know. General session, I think, is Wednesday, I thought, right? Wednesday's the big day. Let's see. Clearwater, Florida. What's up there, William Strunk? We'll look at that. Rainy season starting soon. What's up, Connie from Nashville? Funny story with Eric, though. One time, years ago, not specifically me, but he was kind of talking about somebody, and a lot of our MWPs thought he was talking about me. So they emailed him, and he emailed me, and we were friends now. So, hey, that's how life works. Sometimes we all judge a little early. Sometimes I try hard never to judge anybody till you walk in their shoes. The older I get, and now he's a pretty cool dude. I like him a lot, and might have started off on the wrong foot a little bit, but now we were pretty cool, and I'm gonna be on his show, and he respects what I do, and he constantly gives us props, so I appreciate that. Trust and consistency. All right. Everybody's asked about the rainy season. This is pretty cool. Been sharing this a lot. I've checked it this morning because I'm kind of excited. I don't know why. I saw lightning yesterday looking eastbound. I saw it leaving softball. I saw puffy clouds in middle Florida. Something we don't see for months and months and months. Well, guess what? Tomorrow. I was going to say tomorrow, but then I thought tomorrow wasn't Thursday. But I knew I was going to say Thursday, so I was making sure tomorrow was Thursday before I finished saying tomorrow. But I was figuring out a way to say Thursday out of tomorrow, so I didn't sound like I was wrong, because I thought maybe today was Tuesday, but it was actually Wednesday. So my brain was thinking it is Thursday, so I can continue to say tomorrow. So tomorrow, Thursday, how do I think of this crap? We might see clouds popping in the middle part of the state. And this is such a classic look. Now, me growing up in Bradenton, Florida, I was born and raised there. Waking up, or afternoon, waking up had nothing to do with that. Growing up, playing outside every day, you could look to the east and you could see the big clouds. And they always form around I-75. I don't know what it is. Weather in Florida is controlled by Interstate 4, number one. Everything's either on 4, above 4, or below 4. Secondly, our sea breezes are on top of 75, and they either go inland, stay put, or go back to the Gulf. It's such a crazy weather pattern. The interstate system is driven by weather. Driven by weather. I-4, I-75. Nobody would get that. But anyway, tomorrow we might see this, Thursday. This is lightning. This is lightning maps. Quite a bit. All the way down Interstate 75. Such the weirdest thing ever. A sign of seasonal change is in the air. So that might be what you see tomorrow. So if you're living on the East Coast, look to the west. If you're living on the West Coast, look to the east. And if you're living down Interstate 75, look up. That could be tomorrow. More on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, too. What else I got? I forget what I post. All right, so today, Texas, heavy rains. We got a locked-in pattern for several days. Moderate. Could be some sneaky inches. Several inches of rain falls fast out in Texas, and they get flash flooding because the ground's so hard and hot out there. So, hard and hot. We're on I-10 too, Dana. You know what? You're right, Dana. So Dana brings up a great point. Or 95 too, the sea breeze. You know what? You're right, Regina and Dana. Listen. So when we stay up at Panama City, which we're going up to soon for the Gulf Coast Jam. What's up, Mark Sheldon and Reenie? Reenie, that's my bank name. Rendy. Reenie's my bake lady. Actually, that's where Julie's at now. I was like, say hi to Reenie. But Interstate 10, I was trying to figure out the Interstate 10 weather pattern. And they get sea breeze along Interstate 10 also, coming in more from west to east. So it's really weird. I was trying to figure out the weather pattern up there, and I don't know it. I'll be honest. But here's your rains today. Could be some, yep, that's right, Joe. Humidity is inching up. You can feel it. There's rainfall. So we get some sneaky, floody rains today out there. Now, latest Storm Prediction Center storm maps. All right, what does light green mean? Random thunderstorms. Any place, anytime. Just the conditions are there. Not everybody in that light green area is going to get it. It just means you can get it. Perfect weather. I'm perfect. You might get it or you might not. That's my weather forecast for the day. You might or you might not. But anyway, light green just means random thunderstorms. But the heavy stuff is over the middle part of the U.S. again. This is today. Could be some sneaky little thunderstorms with some tornadoes. Yes, tornado outlook here in the brown. Luckily, we don't have anything too severe showing, but brown areas usually mean we could see tornado watches, Texas, Oklahoma, northward. Hail could be a big deal in the hatched area, as we always get this time of season with tall thunderstorms. Makes hail bounce around up there, kind of like the old pinball machine. Now, see, think about pinball machines. I just said pinball machines. I haven't thought about a pinball machine in 10 years. 99% of you right now, just the same thought went through your head. Wow, I forgot about pinball, right? Pinball, boom, boom, boom. What was Tommy? Pinball wizard. But think about a pinball machine. You hit those balls and they go bam, 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 and that's the bigger the pinball machine, the more hail you get, and that rain goes up and down and up and down, up and down, and we get big hail, big thunderstorms, big hail. Tomorrow, storm chances stretching Texas northward again, a little bit of light rains again, thunderstorms, but there's your big possible organized thunderstorms tomorrow, and then on Friday, middle part of the U.S. Things slow down over the weekend, but guess what? Monday, they return again. Now, this usually means that because we had a break for 2 days, that usually means things are heating up. Temperature is getting a little high. Atmosphere becomes a little more unstable. And guess what? Monday, we can start to see the return of some big tornadoes. So we'll see about that. Hurricane trivia. Let's talk about that here in a little bit. I want to talk about that. Let's talk about, I don't know, let's go to the Windy app. I want to show you this summertime pattern real quick, and then we'll get into some hurricane chit-chat. Good morning, Valerie Bauer. How's it going? Here's your wind map. I got to zoom in here. This is pretty cool. Let's go to clouds. So this is from my Florida friends real quick. Across the panhandle here, we get those I-10 storms too. But throughout the day today, let's go to Wednesday at 5 o'clock. See the winds clashing? You're getting the winds coming from the east, the winds coming in from the east here, west here, east here. Starting to clash. South Florida getting a lot of juice through the straits down here, bringing up some moisture. So the Everglades, summertime is inching in. Now, as we get to tomorrow, Thursday, here's a little bit more look at what's popping. This is cloud cover map. Look at that. We're starting to see a little bit of this storm action all the way down to Naples, Cape Coral, all the way up to Valdosta here tomorrow. And then on Friday, things start out clear. This is a cloud map. But then we get right back to it again. Here is about 7 p.m. You can kind of see the clashing of the sea breeze. We're seeing the storms possible. Go to thunderstorms. Not as much on Friday, but we can still see some up in the panhandle. Friday doesn't look as bad. And I think Saturday we had a little bit more chance here up north. So here's Saturday storms. This is that area coming across. So Saturday definitely we could possibly see some storm action across the upper Gulf Coast Saturday afternoon. Things stay a little more clear, but there's your clouds. So there's your random storms, but definitely the upper panhandle Saturday, upper Gulf area, we're seeing more of a chance here for some rain. So this whole general area Saturday popping a little bit, And then on Sunday, the south is a little protected, but there's your classic middle U.S. storms on Sunday across, stretching down, maybe down into Tampa a little bit. So that's kind of what we got brewing. There's your thunderstorm activity on Sunday. But thunderstorms usually mean a sign of, there's a lot of thunderstorms on Sunday. So pretty much upper Gulf Coast, middle Florida, I-4 north over the weekend for storms go. Now you can verify that looking at rainfall total maps. Here's your heavy rainfall for today. And let's zoom it out. Here's today rains. Boom, day 1 today. Here's where we're at. There's rainfall today. Heavy concentration Texas northward. Here's Thursday. Man, why does it do that? I figured it out. Oh, I can just hover. All right, here's Tuesday. Just west of the Mississippi River. Here is Friday. A little bit of drift east now of Mississippi. That's Friday rains. Nothing, as you can see, as far as organized rains. This is where these maps are tricky. But here's, today and tomorrow. There's today. There's tomorrow. Today, tomorrow. So there's your sea breeze clashing tomorrow. Friday kind of dries up a little bit. And then here's that Saturday chances popping again for the upper Gulf Coast. Friday, or this Saturday. And then Sunday, more of the same, more random storms. So Sunday is kind of like anything goes. But anyway, here's Thursday. God, I've been messing T's up. T. Give me a T for Texas, T for Thursday. Linda looking to go for the Vero Air Show. Yeah, nothing organizing. But yeah, May is typically our dry month. Joe wants to know about humidity. Yeah, so let's look at Tropical Tidbits. It's got a really cool humidity map on there. So we go to southeast. And let's go to humidity here. And as the day progresses today, you start to see a little pop. Nothing too bad, but white starts to show 50-60% humidity. Brown's still relatively pretty dry. This is throughout today. Now tomorrow, didn't really show up. Well, you got the little bit of break here across there. Let's see what Euro shows. See, there's Euro showing a little bit more of the 50 to 60% range across western part of the Florida Peninsula tomorrow. There's that. Not too bad humidity wise yet. Still dry air in place, high pressure. There's that rains coming across the upper Gulf. This is humidity. Green is 60, 70, 80%. Starting to see that creep in a little bit more in the Big Bend area. Here's your upper Gulf Friday humidity. There it is. All the way through the Carolinas. This is through Friday night. Starting to feel like summer. Even dipping south a little bit Friday. 50-60% humidity. Here's 80-90% as the rains are coming. Saturday morning, there's a little bit more down into Tampa now. Here's Saturday morning humidity. Sunday, oh yeah. Saturday night. So all the brown is gone. Saturday afternoon, Saturday night. All that brown, dry air is being replaced. Humidity only goes out to Saturday night. Let's go to Sunday, and not too bad. So you can see it's just starting to really inch in through the week next week. There's next Monday. Definitely will feel like summer. Let's look at temperatures real quick. It's going to be hot. We know that. They've already talked about it. But let's look at it anyways for the southeast. Southeast high temps are going to be... Anything red is close to 90. Here's today. Tomorrow, 90s all the way up and down through Florida, all the way up through Georgia. Carolina is getting close to 90. There's some 90s in North Carolina. This is tomorrow. Here is Friday, Saturday. Now, once this little front line leaves, now watch this build back up. Here's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Oh, God. Here's Tuesday. Middle 90s throughout. Anytime you start to see brown, that's like middle 90s. This is Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Florida. Oh, my God. It's even hotter on next Wednesday. Oh, my God. Thursday. Oh, my God. Look at Thursday next week. Look at that. This is next Thursday. Geez, 98 in Orlando, Lakeland. Is it possible? I saw my buddy Brooks Garner posting about this. Well, you saw the graphic we started with. Excessive heat next week is what the official forecast. We could be in the middle to upper 90s. Jacksonville, believe it or not, could get like close to 100 next Thursday. And then next Friday, even more. Let's see what next Friday looks like. God, upper 90s. So the whole dang state is on fire next week. Too soon for that, Cindy. What's going on, Miss Sharkey? Are you going to cruise with us next year? You missed a year. Richard Sanford was so William wants to know rain for Palm Beach. Let's talk about that real quick, and then we'll get into some hurricane chit-chat. Hi. Have a good day. Hydrate. It's hot. I know. All right, let's look at the 48-hour rain coming in here across southeast for the next 48 hours. Southeast rain. So we already know we got a lot of rain this morning down there in South Florida. And here's kind of what we see throughout the day. It's going to be very random. This is throughout the day today. You can see these little things popping. So throughout the day today, just some random showers. They're going to try to make their way inland today. So there's little storms popping. Here's, this is why it's so little. There's 100. All right. This is tonight. So, I mean, you can look at that. Look, just random from North Carolina, the coastal Carolinas, Charleston. We're going to see very random rains across everybody. Look, there's some heavier stuff maybe later tonight across South Florida. There are more west of Okeechobee. So it's just very random. Coastal. So, William, your best chances are this morning as everything moves inland this evening. And then here's that classic afternoon 75 storms today. And then tomorrow, let's see the morning time. Nothing really tomorrow morning showing up. Here's that next blob coming across Louisiana tomorrow morning. This is what's ultimately going to get towards the upper Gulf Coast Friday, Saturday. So tomorrow you can start to see possibly some storms coming across lower Louisiana tomorrow morning when you wake up. This is entering the Lake Charles area Thursday morning. And you can see that blob coming across. So that could be tricky. Look at that thing bowing a little bit. Here's another round about 3 p.m. So interesting. Upper Gulf Coast tomorrow morning, throughout the day tomorrow, there could be a line of storms rolling eastbound and down. Load them up and trucking. We're going to say what they said can't be done. So that's tomorrow. Interesting. We got a lot of folks upper Gulf. I'm gonna post that here in a little bit. Look at that coming across the upper Gulf region tomorrow. Look at that. So let's go widen it out a little bit. Take a look at the overall Gulf Coast here. So tomorrow morning, look at this little pop from Texas. So this is interesting. This is tonight. These storms tonight in Texas tonight are going to try to make their way across through the night. Look at that. Wow. And there's your storms tomorrow through Florida. So there's tomorrow afternoon. That's pretty cool. Showing up. Let's look at Florida real quick. You're going to see these storms possibly tomorrow. I think it could be some good drone footage tomorrow pointing. Here's where we could see those storms tomorrow popping across Interstate 75. See them? They're not going to move much. They might drift. It's the battle of the sea breezes. Winds from the east. Winds from the west. Who wins the battle? And they push back towards the Gulf Coast. But anyway, Here's tomorrow afternoon. Let's see storms. Southern Georgia, all the way down Interstate 75, all the way down. It's crazy. Nothing to worry about, though. Hey, that's classic. Classic, classic, classic. All right, let's talk about hurricane stuff. Since we are 1 month away from hurricane season. Long way to go and a short time to get there. Is that one of those movies you can just stop at? Uh-oh. What did I say? Did I say anything wrong, Shelly? Don't care about it. You're going to be in Wales, 60 degrees. Awesome. Wales, the country? So, Smokey Bandit, one of those movies that I'm flipping through channels in the middle of the night, always stop at. Forrest Gump, movie I always stop at. Something about that, those two movies. I love that movie, Almost Famous. That was one of my favorite, like, 70s movies that kind of went through the ages of music, you know. Hippie, kind of old hippie. Chuck says, come on, hurricane season. Well, guess what, Chuck? I'm about ready to put a graphic out. I drew a graphic up. All right, so here's some of your early season hurricane forecasts. Remember, an average year of named storms is 14. That's what normally over 30 years is what the average is as far as named systems. That's whether subtropical, tropical storms, hurricanes, major hurricanes, whatever. 14 is the average season. So, University of Pennsylvania, very reputable prediction office, came out last week predicting 33 named storms. Now, they had like 29 to 37 or 20 something to 30, I don't know, but their average was 33 named storms. Joe Bastardi actually been sharing some of my stuff on X. I guess he follows us, which is awesome. Hey, Joe. Weatherbell's prediction was 25 to 30. Weather Company, which is the Weather Channel, they predicted 24 named storms. And Colorado State University, very respected Philip Klossback, predicted 23 named storms. The name list stops at 21. So if all four of those are correct, we're going to be going into the alternate name list, which we haven't done in a long time. 2020 was the last time we went into the Greek names, and now they don't have Greek names anymore. They have a new name list starting all over again with AIDS. So we could be looking at alternate names, supplement names, or something like that. Supplemental names. Mark, good question. Golf sees action first because it's more shallow? Great question, Mark. Typically, though, realistically, the reason is frontal lines that we get lingering front. We'll get a front down, and it'll linger. And we don't have a lot of fronts to create wind shear. Because when we have that every 7 days, we get a cold front. 7 days, cold front. 7 days, cold fronts. Cold fronts bring a lot of upper level wind shear. When we don't have a lot of wind shear, because fronts are now not showing up, there's a window that storms can slowly organize. And so we get a lot of early season systems in May that are actually sporadic all around here. So May is very common. Usually old frontal lines are what starts them, and sometimes it'll mingle with a tropical wave, but we get this high pressure system locked in place here, blocking fronts, and sometimes this energy just kind of sits around here and pops and gets a little chance to organize. Most of them go off to the northeast because they follow that Bermuda high, but you can see that Bermuda high is in place here with the rain patterns. So the Caribbean getting some rain the next several days because of this high pressure is in place and pushes any moisture kind of through the Caribbean. Old fronts linger, and that's typically where we get something to start. Usually they're very weak May systems, very rare to get anything that's anything more than a tropical storm. But, you know, looking at the Euro and a little energy hanging out here all the way through May 6th. Sometimes they get a little opportunity to start organizing, and the waters are hot, 80 plus degrees, 83 in the Caribbean right now. So typically 80 is what they say is a magic number. I've seen tropical systems start as low as 78. So we're starting to see a little pops here and there. This is your tropical map here on weathermodels.com, Ryan Mayhew's site. And you can see that little blob I just showed you down here. Now, steering currents are kind of just keeping it down here, but you can just see this is a probability map that's starting to show this area, and that's very typical early season. So we've had a system in May in 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We've had a named system in May 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So it doesn't mean anything. Could be a slow season, busy season. 23 last year. 22 we didn't have anything, but we had Ian and Nicole. And in 23 we had a January system. So, that's why the hurricane season's more of a talking point, in my opinion. Harold, what's up, buddy? How's it going out west, man? What's up in Frostproof? Frostproof. Who named a town in Florida Frostproof? It's like a boy named Sue. Oh, Chad said he had a Jerry Reed album, and he flipped over, had Westbound and Down. That's funny. I still have the Folsom Prison Blues Johnny Cash 8-track from my Mustang. I spend more time wiggling my 8-track trying to get it to work. It's great, and then it's like the most exciting moment of the day is when my 8-track goes, if I leave here tomorrow. and then the 8-track goes, and you got to wiggle the 8-track a little bit, and all of a sudden, anyway. All right, so here's tropics. Let's talk about Philip Glossback posted this morning. So we have a model called the Can Sips model, and you can get it on Tropical Tidbits. Climate, go to the Can Sips model over here. And it's long-range modeling. There's actually 3-month averages or monthly averages. They just came out today, or maybe yesterday, I don't know. But he's commenting on them over here on Twitter. And to quote Philip, he's a CSU forecaster, the latest seasonal outlook from the Canadian model continues to highlight extremely hurricane atmospheric and ocean conditions peak of season, including La Nina, warm Atlantic, weak wind shear, and enhanced rain. So we talk about that all the time. There's a lot of players in play. La Nina is less shear, increased precipitation models that come from Indian Ocean across Africa, across the main development region, and of course water temperature. So all those are predicted, and all those are showing this. So here is your wind anomaly, basically showing you wind shear expected to be a little low, once we get into Western Atlantic, through the Caribbean, here, western parts of the main development region. Another zonal wind anomaly map, basically just showing you the same. Kind of hard to read those, but here's your sea surface temperature showing you La Nina out in the Pacific, warmer waters across. This is August, September, October maps, so very high water temperatures above normal, and then precipitation modeling maps. This is from August, September, October, 3-month averages, heavy rains in Africa, all the way across the main development region with a lot of rain in the Western Caribbean, and that's kind of been the sign of what's going on. Monthly rain averages, here's July, August, September, October. Fronts start to come down, dry overall, but this is what you don't want to see in October if you live across the upper Gulf or Florida, because October historically is this, and storms do that. So when we see that in October, you don't want to see that, because that means more rains in October. That's when the ocean heat content is the highest for the whole year. Believe it or not, in October, this is where the water is so hot in that Western Caribbean. So we don't want to see that in October. Other modeling maps that we have, like I said, are the surge or upper level winds, shear. So yeah, those all came out this week, and he's talking about that right here. So we'll see, but as long as these long range models keep showing it, then you're probably going to have storms. Hardest thing for me is the looking at this Bermuda high. I talk about this all the time, but trying to figure out monthly Bermuda high forecast, and I don't really know, the strength of it. I've asked forecasters this. I actually asked Jamie from the National Hurricane Center last week about it. He did not really say that there's any good predictors of this Bermuda high. So what I've seen over the years is this. Wherever this sets up determines this. If this high is here and it's strong, that'll happen. One year, not too many years ago, the high pressure slid this way, and a couple things happened. When the high, it wasn't quite that high, but it was more northeast than normal. But when the high slid a little bit more than expected, storms were exiting Africa a little bit more north, and our Saharan air layer that year was almost in the same position. So our African waves were battling with a lot of Saharan air dust that year, and because the high was up here, these were coming off higher, and they were running more into that Saharan dust. If they did survive because this high was up here, we had a lot of recurves that year. Now, the theory that I've been seeing more and more is because we are entering a La Nina year, this shear that we normally see during El Nino has more storms out here, because my theory is, and I think it's definitely proven by history, is we have more middle Atlantic storms during El Nino years, and I'm going to show you that. Now we still have some sneaky ones that form, but now that we don't have this wind shear coming across, we have more of a building high pressure in place. And Weather Bell, we talked about Joe Bastardi, their forecast is like that, pretty much west, and it does seem like years of La Nina, high pressure is in place stronger, and we get more of a west push. And you can really see that looking at history. And if we look at just a couple years, El Nino years, 18, I know we had Michael and Florence, but a lot of activity here in the open Atlantic during an El Nino year. We go to 2020, and 2020, you can see a lot of activity was west, and that just seems to be during the La Nina years, more push west. So I said it last year, a sneaky storm like Michael could probably form upper Gulf because of past history. Definitely seeing more East Coast impacts and middle to Western Gulf impacts early season, meaning August into September, that we normally don't see the last few years. So definitely could see a stronger ridge in place and more East Coast and West Coast Gulf because of the stronger high pressure systems. Storms that are curving now, let's say, that might hit the East Coast because of La Nina, these are the storms during El Nino that curved more. So everything's being pushed more west. That's probably what we're going to see this year. There's a more west formation, more push west. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So Dave's got this, the rains in Africa. I was on the Tom and Dan show, and I brought up the rains in Africa, and they started laughing. Maxwell, give me a little frost-proof history. It was named to attract farmers because it warmer. It was frost-proof. It didn't turn out to be true, he said, though. That's crazy. And am I concerned with rapid intensification? Always, 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 always. Always the biggest issue is rapid intensification. And this goes back Harvey, when I really started covering storms. are starting to realize how it happens, and we've seen it since Camille, but more recently we've seen rapid intensification a lot in the Gulf, mainly the Gulf, Western Atlantic with Dorian and Andrew. Yes, but most of your rapid intensification is Western Atlantic, Caribbean, as it enters up into the Gulf of Mexico, because of the warm loop currents and loop eddies. Shallow waters, a lot of hot water. And usually that's where we have a high pressure in place. So the upper level winds are very favorable for rapid intensification. You get these anticyclones develop above them, and you can feel it. We talked about it during Irma. I talked about it during Ian. I talked about it during Idalia. There's a weird heat in the air. Living in Florida, you can just feel that stagnant, hot, high pressure. It's weird. It's like, oh boy, it's just weird. It's like, something's coming. The weather conditions are just hot, it's stagnant, and you can feel it. I can feel it coming. Yeah, that's right. Braxton Florence went whoop, whoop, whoop. Florence was going to recurve. Then it hit a high and went this way. Oh, it's going to recurve. Then it hit a high pressure. And it went, man, then it's going to downgrade. Then it was $14 billion later. Big storm. Big money storm. Only a Cat 1. All right, so here's the craziest thing ever. I've been doing these little hurricane history videos. You saw the one a couple days ago. I did I forget what I did. I know I did upper Louisiana, Florida. But anyway, this is a weird tidbit from 2022 that came out. So we have two storms from 2022 here. We got two storms from 2004. 2004, we have Charlie and Jean. Charlie, one of these lines, this one right here. Jean right here, this orange one. And then you fast forward to 2022, same year for both of these storms. We have Ian almost the exact same path as Charlie, and then Nicole almost the exact same path as Jean. And I didn't do the math on this, but I read it enough that hopefully it's true. Charlie and Jean were 43 days apart. Now, I don't know if that was landfall or not, but the point of it is they were almost exactly the same distance apart from the two storms. So Charlie and Jean were 43 days apart. That was what I read a lot. I guess I should have done a little fact checking, but I trust the ones that I read it from. And then Ian and Nicole, believe it or not, 43 days apart, give or take a few hours maybe. But so two storms, same year, almost the exact same path. Both of these were 43 days apart. Charlie was 43 days before Jean, and Ian was 43 days before Nicole. So, and look at that. They took almost the exact same tracks. What was that, 22 years later? Or 18 years later? Is that right? 18 years later? 4 to 22. Crazy. Mother Nature repeating herself. Is that possible? Since we're talking hurricanes, number one question people always ask is when they come off of Africa. We're going to be doing a lot of these this year. A lot of storms are going to be coming off of Africa. Number one question, when will it impact Florida or Carolina or Louisiana or Texas? Well, first off, we don't know where they're going to go. But secondly, this map here, which you've probably seen a lot of people put out, this one's from FSU. Historically, this shows you the amount of days it would take a system here to be here. That shows 12 to 14 days from here to potential landfall across the continental U.S. Now, you got to subtract some if it's going to be the Caribbean, so it's tricky. You got to do 12, 14 minus 6 times 8. Without the calculator. Let's see, 12 minus 6 is 6. So not to go against our friends in the Caribbean, but hey, another interview. Check this out. Where's this guy at? Okay, yeah, let's get that one. I got it. Last attempt. Jeez, man, this guy's. Huh. Anyway. All right, so that gives you an idea. 12 to 14 days. So not even a week. Almost 2 weeks from Africa if it was going to make the continental U.S. 2 weeks, yeah, agony that is. 4 updates a day. Oh my God, that's where people get hurricane hangover because we start talking about it on May 1st. It's not going to be till middle May before it possibly can impact anybody. So it's like every day. Like they're long, every day. It's like a soap opera. I did a big interview yesterday, and I was like, hurricane season's like a soap opera. Like, you just watch the progression every day, you know. But we'll probably get some long track storms this year. We haven't had them in a long time. Irma, Marie, a couple that stand out in my head that came across from Africa. So we'll see. Nobody knows. No one knows nothing. Is there anybody out there? Labor Day, Braxton, correct. That seems like it really starts going in September. Hey, I sell houses. How about that? JP Dice. What's up? He talked about you the other day. Appreciate you being a fan. He did an interview twice with me. Cannot remember his show's name, but I know he's a pilot now, right? I cannot remember. We did 2 weather blogs together, so that was great. Hey Keisha, yeah, we'll take care of you. You can always count on MWP here. We'll be tracking these. So hey, listen, I did change. Bob, remember the OMG Wicks? Yep. Eric, no more ice storms. Correct. What is up with these ice storms, man? Jake's from the Caymans. How about that, Jake? Cool. Well, now we know you're from the Caymans. You're right on that edge with the moisture down there, right? Nothing really going on right now. You're benefiting from our high pressure here across Florida right now. So you're kind of dry. Hey, look at it. I didn't realize you almost are in the rain map here for 5-day rain map, right? You're right on the bottom. So is Jamaica. Look at that. I didn't realize that. Look at this. Y'all, Keisha and, what was your name again? I'm sorry. Jake. Look at that. So believe it or not, these maps you can look at and say, look, there's us. That's the 5-day rain totals. 5-day rain maps. You can see where I-75, mainly a little bit today, but mainly tomorrow. And then, of course, Upper Gulf for the rest of the week, going into the weekend. All right. That's about it for me. One more minute. I guess we'll try to go an hour. Lisa Reed, good morning. You're welcome. What's up, Chris from Cape Coral? Do you watch Matt Devitt? Nicole Ripley, good to see ya. Your son is going on a field trip to SeaWorld. I love, is it the Mimes? I don't even know how to say it. You know, the dude with the Clyde and Seymour show. Is it a meme? Not a meme, it's a mime. Mime or meme? The dude with the clown face, you know, the one that makes fun of people. We love watching him. I ran across him on TikTok, and I love it. He's got his videos on TikTok. And I love the algorithm of TikTok because it figured me out. Let's see how many times it's going to take before I see him. All right, let's count. Let me make sure my Wi-Fi is on. All right, so here we go. 3, 4. There's Randy Travis. Oh, we got the Rays. There's a dancing girl. I get all these damn teenage girls dancing. Probably because I look for Emily online. I got to stop looking for Emily. I always like Emily. She does some funny softball stuff. Oh, there's Judge. There's more baseball. There's some NASCAR. Maybe I won't get it on here. Man, it's slow today. There's a lot of Frenchie stuff. I found this one. This girl's really good. This girl and a poodle. I love watching her stuff. Very funny. What we were trying to find, there's a lot of Frenchie stuff on my feed now, which is great. I love watching the Frenchies. What was I even talking about? I don't even remember what I'm looking for now. This is called the rabbit hole, or whatever they talk about it. What did I say? They figured me out. I don't remember what I was talking about. There's Tony Stewart. I love him. Oh, there he is. I knew he'd pop in my feed. Tom the Mime. The famous seafood mime. God, it's so fun. Sunday, look, where you at? Sunday, where you at, James? Escorting the Vietnam Wall. Where's that at? What are you doing there, James? Where are you at? Sunday's pretty good everywhere. Let's Sunday. I guess we just look at the overall rain map. This is what I always do when you just want an overall. Go to the QPF page and just go to Sunday. Here's Sunday. Very, very light rains across the peninsula. Maybe some more heavier up there in the panhandle. But Sunday, there you go. That's Sunday. Or excuse me, Saturday. Oh my God, I slid it over. Sunday's even better. I meant to say that was Sunday. There's Sunday. I didn't think that was right. There's Sunday. Sunday, very light rains across southeast. Very, very, very light rains. This is Sunday rains. See you, Braxton. Good to see you, man. What's up, Shelly? You know it's never the end. Eric, I love Matt. I finally got to meet him. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Martha says, the turtle speed of these tracks. I know, man. Well, Martha, you bring up a great point. I love the media because I do, but they also fuel the excitement, anxiety, fear. Think of every adjective in the world. These long track hurricanes. That's like a marathon. Shelly will tell you. We do them a day, we do them at night. It's like, oh my God, 2 weeks has disappeared. But we'll be here every step of the way. Don't you worry. Coco. There you go, James. Yeah, you're going to be. Look at that. No rain on Sunday at all. Behind the front. That's what I thought. You're right. I just didn't want to say that because I didn't want to embarrass myself if it was wrong. Let's talk Twitter real quick here. I want to show you, James, my highlights because I always talk about Emily. So Emily last night, check this out. Let's go ahead and brag about my kid. She is absolutely on fire when it comes to hitting right now. A couple games now. She's about 440 for the season, but she's had 2 of the last 3 games she's been 4 for 5. And these are against good teams. These aren't bad teams. I mean, we play some pretty tough teams. This is our semi-district final last night, and we play for districts tonight. And we're in 7, which is the highest district, so it's, some of the biggest talent. But here she is. She had a 2-run homer. This is her 4th homer of the season. Check it out. I got the volume. I love the sound of the bat. Listen. Boom. Look at that. That thing just carried, man. It was like gone in the trees, man. That was awesome. But the other hits I think are more important. That was just a grounder hard shot. But hey, in the ground, these are real ones there. Those are nice ones. Perfect launch angle. Now that one she got thrown out. Like, how did you get thrown out on that one? And then that one's another hard up the middle. So. Pretty good night. There you go, James. That's for you, James, because you're always asking for highlights. This highlights for you. Oh, now it's still playing. I don't know how to turn it off. Not to hear me screaming. Sorry. Anyway, all right. Oh, Tammy, yeah. She has good days and bad days. So, trust me. But anyway. All right, well, hey, as always, we really appreciate you tuning in. I shared this the other day. I always try to end the show with one of my supporters, Tiger Dam. A lot of y'all loved it. I have a lot of great feedback. If you have a home that needs constant sandbagging, this is the ultimate product. I did a cool video here showing it. I can't really play the video because of sound, but I show the whole video, how it's done, how quick it takes, just a few minutes. But hey, guess what? When you're done with it, you put it back in a bag and you use it next time. So big thanks to U.S. Flood Control. They're good friends of mine. We're going to be partying with them at a GHC. They're the ones that put on the dinner at Ruth Chris for everybody. You talk about a tab. That's got to be one heck of a tab. Big tab. All right. So I always update the Daily Brew here. Our next Daily Brew is Friday. I did change a lot of graphics. I took out the winter maps. Our brew crew, I asked them in our brew crew area what they like best. So they like the animated. So we have the Caribbean here and Atlantic. And unfortunately, this is not my satellite. It misses Texas. So I have the Upper Gulf here and the U.S. here. So if you want to click on these two, you get animated satellite, which is great. Then I also have the real geo color one with lightning. So if you want more in-depth maps here, there's the tropical Atlantic, there is the U.S., and there is more southeast Gulf action. I did change a lot of links around here in the rain section. I'm trying to make it make more sense. Same with the satellite. So now we have goes east. We have floaters. Not what you're thinking. But there's all your floater direct links. We have a 7-day past satellite link here on iWeather.net. That's really cool if you wanted to see the last 7 days. Goes west. This is all satellite loop detailed. College page, goes page. So that's all new. The rain maps, I got some new links on here. There's your Florida rain totals that I said I'd put back on there. But check out all these rain-specific links. And then here I got Storm Prediction Center, WPC, SIP Severe. So everything kind of, I had a couple weird random links that didn't make sense. So everything's kind of plotted: severe weather, radar, satellite. And then over here with even airports, I have an airport section, airline section here. Here it is, airport delays. So we have a new Echo Tops map, which a lot of guys that email me wanted that on there. There's your Echo Tops maps for heights, for air flying. And then for buoy data here goes to this page, which is worldwide buoy. Wasn't that one of the 7 doors? Dewey. But the map I was showing you live on Monday that I like is the one right below it. This one direct links now to the southeast region, and it makes life a whole lot easier because you just click on 2 down here. There's your keys. You click on that vacay key. You hit plot data, and then you get really cool weather information from every buoy across the water or the region there. And the water temperature is still hanging around 79 degrees, so not too bad. Cool. Well, I hope you enjoyed today. I sure did. You can always support us by shopping. We got an MWP Store 1. That's the new store that's got a lot of cool, intimate stuff we ship here at home. We got the weather radio. We got the hat. And we got the hurricane hair. Don't care. And then, of course, the main store. Store number 2 is spring with all of our classic designs. We got this year's hurricane season shirt, 2-sided. It's got Bring It On the front. It's got all the names on the back. If you're a Brew Crew supporter, you make sure you use your discounts to save a few bucks. All right? Cool. Don't know about FSU, James, but Eric, yeah, the water temperatures fluctuate quite a bit. It's weird how they go. So, all right. We are live on Friday. All right, we're going to be doing last call for Brew Crew here. Everybody else, we'll see you Friday.